Oh, hi. Hi everybody. Welcome welcome to New Bits for the Afterworld. I'm Rosebud Baker. I'm your host. You know what's so funny is you've never ever come off as not feminine, but you do dress like my dad on vacation.
I know.
No,
Or
I just,
do I feel like there's a bit coming on where you're doing an impression of me?
No. I wouldn't do that. My voice doesn't go that deep.
Let me tell my business. All right.
But here's the deal. We're all going to do two bits, two new bits. And if you have any tags, you can throw them out to the other comic. We have 5 minutes to give each other tags.
When I really felt like a star was when I was 14 years old and I played volleyball against OJ's daughter. And I just remember seeing him on the sidelines, and when I would get like a crazy kill, I would just look over at him and be like, wow, we're both killers.
Because he and Mouse, our new puppy, have started to call themselves the Bad Girls Club. And
Wow.
yeah, it's horrible. They get together every night and they try on different outfits, like really slutty outfits.
Yeah.
Mouse is wearing a bustier now.
Wow.
And
Dogs.
yeah.
And then we go on TikTok and we say really mean things about other girls.
All right, so the next bit is that Mike Pence went to the hospital with no mask on today or this week. And when they asked him why he didn't wear a mask to the hospital, he was like, because I wanted to come out here and look you guys in the eyes.
There's
Yeah.
also
He
something,
thinks his eyes are in his mouth.
I'm assuming that he's one of these people.
That's funny.
Okay, so the end is not good. I'm getting from you guys that the end sucks.
Guys, Rosebud's computer is broken, and the only way she can hear volume on it is through Bluetooth. And I'm guessing she didn't charge her.
Andy.
She didn't charge her headphones.
Andy, I can still hear you, and I'm gonna come out there. I signed up for a lifetime with a mail comic. I didn't know that they came with furniture. I genuinely didn't. All right, you guys, this has been New Bits for the Afterworld. We are going to be here every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to New Bits for the Afterworld. I'm Rosebud Baker. I'm your host. You know what's so funny is you've never ever come off as not feminine, but you do dress like my dad on vacation.
I know.
No,
Or
I just,
do I feel like there's a bit coming on where you're doing an impression of me?
No. I wouldn't do that. My voice doesn't go that deep.
Let me tell my business. All right.
But here's the deal. We're all going to do 2 bits, 2 new bits. And if you have any tags, you can throw them out to the other comic. We have 5 minutes to give each other tags.
When I really felt like a star was when I was 14 years old and I played volleyball against OJ's daughter. And I just remember seeing him on the sidelines, and when I would get like a crazy kill, I would just look over at him and be like, wow, we're both killers.
Because he and Mouse, our new puppy, have started to call themselves the Bad Girls Club. And
Wow.
yeah, it's horrible. They get together every night and they try on different outfits, like really slutty outfits.
Yeah.
Mouse is wearing a bustier now.
Wow.
And
Dogs.
yeah.
And then we go on TikTok and we say really mean things about other girls.
All right, so the next bit is that Mike Pence went to the hospital with no mask on today or this week. And when they asked him why he didn't wear a mask to the hospital, he was like, because I wanted to come out here and look you guys in the eyes.
There's
Yeah.
also
We think
something,
his eyes are in his mouth.
I'm assuming that he's one of these people.
That's funny.
Okay, so the end is not good. I'm getting from you guys that the end sucks.
Guys, Rosebud's computer is broken, and the only way she can hear volume on it is through Bluetooth. And I'm guessing she didn't charge her.
Andy.
She didn't charge her headphones.
Andy, I can still hear you, and I'm gonna come out there. I signed up for a lifetime with a male comic. I didn't know that they came with furniture. I genuinely didn't. All right, you guys, this has been New Bits for the Afterworld. We are going to be here every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm Rosebud Baker. Welcome to New Bits for the Afterworld. I am your host. Very excited. This is our second show of the month, and we'll be here every Monday of May. We're going to be doing New Bits from the Afterworld every Monday in May, and there's two other shows that JFL is doing live on StreamYard to YouTube and their Facebook page. On Wednesdays, they have the Characters Welcome Show. And then on Fridays, at the same time, they have the Scleratine Comedy Hour hosted by the Sklar Brothers. I am so excited for the comics that we have today. I did not mean to call them artists, but you can. And you want to donate to them, you're going to go to tickly.co /just for laughs. Suggested donations $5, but whatever you got. And then also, if you feel so inclined, we are donating money to Canadian Comics, the Emergency Relief Fund for Canadian Comedians, created by CASC to help raise money on GoFundMe for comedians who have lost work and income due to the coronavirus pandemic. And that would be all of us, every single comic. So I'm so excited to bring your comedians in here. The comics that I picked for this week are some of my favorite comics working today from their homes. The first comic I'm going to bring up is he's a writer for Big Mouth. He's been on Comedy Central. He's so fucking funny, and he's full of piss and vinegar. And put your hands together right now for Jack Knight.
Hey! Hello. How you doing, Rosebud?
Hello. How you doing?
Good. I apologize. There's little Mexican children playing soccer in the down there.
Oh, okay. I saw you write that in the chat in the green room.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. I thought they were playing Mexican children on the clip. I was like, what the fuck is he? Is he talking about the music? Does this remind him of Mexican children? I didn't understand.
No, it's weird because it's so, as much as we have the anxiety of being like adults dealing with Corona, imagine being a child and all you have is just like, I don't know most things. And all I know was basketball, football, and soccer. And so they're just running in the street. And I just look at them, I'm just like, man, you can't even understand how fucked we are. And I'm jealous.
I think it's beautiful. It's like they can't, and also like it's not really affecting them as much. So it's kind of like
it's summer vacation again.
Yeah, they got off school 2 months early, and that's all they know about it. And it kind of sucks that they can't see their friends as much. That's it. But that's kind of how it feels to be a comic during.
Yeah. I mean, like there is a piece of me that like misses comedians, and the other comedians that are on this, we talk every day, and this is one thing I agree with them with is that you don't miss hanging out with great comedians because great comedians call you, FaceTime you, you're still in group text, you're still kind of conversing. You miss being around garbage comedians.
Yeah.
There is no feeling. I haven't had the feeling of sitting at a bar at a comedy club and then people bomb near me riffing and I go, it's time to go home. And that relief, that ecstasy I feel from leaving bums I don't have that anymore.
For me, it's like I miss the whole, the polite exchange and then turning around and being like, and like my friends,
right.
You know
There's
what I mean?
no one to make fun of.
The camaraderie.
The only people I'm talking to.
Yes, exactly.
I haven't talked to anyone I hate in months, and I miss them.
Dude, I didn't even realize until you said it. But yeah, that's fucking on point. All right, I'm gonna bring in our next comic. You guys, put your hands together. She's a writer on SNL. I don't know why I keep saying put your hands together. I can't see you, I can't hear you, but Jack, you do it, and I'll do it. Sam J, everybody.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I moved. I was sitting on my couch, but I've been doing everything from my couch, and then I saw Jack switch the scenery up. So I said, let me hit a little scenery.
The yellow aesthetic with the black skin and the pink shirt. I was trying to get the colors right.
And I got you that shirt.
You did.
I love the LA vibes that you're bringing to this fucking show.
Yeah, awesome.
It's nice. How you doing, Sam?
Man, I am fucked up, dude. I'm so depressed. I did not want to do this shit. I'm fucking over it. I am done, my nigga. I'm done, bro. This shit sucks. This is not one of those days where I could be like, this shit's alright. This shit is trash.
I know. Dude, I was feeling the same way. I was just like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to bring host energy. But the beauty of hosting, like at least on Zoom, it's like we don't have to have the audience on our side. We can just fucking do what we want to do, and talk about where we're actually at.
Yeah, you could be a little more human for sure, and like a little less giving a fuck because you can't see the fucking people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sucks because like I feel like you watch the rest of the world and it at least seems like they know when their corona is gonna be over. We're just in a chaotic state. Like you watch the rest of the world and you're like, they fixing their corona. Their corona about to be done, or at least they have a plan for how to live with corona because it's not going away no time soon. And then you just like flash to America and there's niggas protesting by doing sit-ups. And you're like, there's no hope for us, man. It's like
it's so stupid too. It's like they're outside working out and they're like, let us inside. And I'm like, you could go inside to your house and work out in your house. You could do exactly what you're doing.
They just want to be inside somewhere else. Every day that I'm here longer in this shit, I'm just mad at the slaves that got set free. I'm just like, y'all niggas were dumb. Why didn't y'all just leave? When everybody was like, hey, go away from this bad place. Why did y'all niggas stay here? Because if y'all didn't stay here, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be in Africa fine. Strong teeth, naked, waiting for Americans to come try to pull test on me to see how I beat the corona. I'm fucked up. I've been eating this American shit. My system's all fucking trash.
Yeah. It's a garbage. It's a garbage country.
Why did you just stare off into the?
Because in my history, like the slaves of my family, they came from Louisiana, and then I came up with like weird, like my slave ancestors were weird niggas too. So they were like, let's go to Washington. They ain't doing slavery in Washington. And then
whole lineage, like they fucked up.
Right. And like cause like most niggas like, let's go to Chicago, let's go to New York, let's go to DC. My fucking ancestors like, you know what? I like pine trees.
And then you end up being a Seattle nigga. And like, what is that?
So even if I go to Africa, there's nowhere I can go.
Nah,
I'm a weird Seattle nigga, and they can't even fathom. Because I'll go over there and be like, y'all, you ever realize that Naruto is just like Saved by the Bell? And then they'll be like, huh? And I'll be like, I gotta go back to where I was.
Yo, it's all messed up. It's all messed up, bro.
I have no lineage enough close enough to blackness.
At least you come from a lineage of like niggas that was like, let's just do something else.
Listen, before you guys start
this country,
before you guys start podcasting, I'm gonna bring Chris in, and then podcasting. Jesus Christ. All right, yeah. There is an audience. I forgot. So the next comic that I'm bringing on, he's a cast member on SNL, a good friend of mine, and he's been in movies and TV and blah, blah, blah. I love him so much. Put your hands together for Chris Red, everybody.
This nigga put on a jacket.
Help.
This nigga put on a jacket.
Help me. I'm putting on clothes, not going nowhere.
He's got no pants. He's wearing no pants. I would put money on the fact that he's not wearing pants.
I know Chris. Chris has a full matching sweatpants.
He got sneakers on.
Do
you have sneakers on right now?
I got sneakers on. They sit. I got sneakers on. The whole nine. The whole nine.
Let me ask you something, Chris. Did you just decide? Did you decide today was the day that you were gonna like? Because when I get dressed, it's like an act of service to myself. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna try to be a person today. You know?
Now, first of all, I haven't worn jeans in months, so that's first and foremost. It's all sweatpants. It's all leisure material. And when I'm doing some shit like Zoom, like let me put a jacket on like I would do. You know, if I'm going somewhere. Let me put a hat on because I like hats. But then like there's always a point. There's always a point where in the night where I'm wearing a hat and I'm like, nigga, why? And then I just like toss it. You know what I mean? But like for like the first hour, it feels great. It feels like I'm fucking doing something different. Help me.
Well, that's good. That's important. You know, it's better than dressing like fucking Ace Ventura, Jack.
I like that shirt though.
Thank you.
It is a nice shirt. Have you guys been writing during the quarantine at all?
Unfortunately,
I know Sam has. Yeah. For your own act? Are you writing?
No, God, no. I mean, there is no such thing as stand-up anymore.
I'm like literally jotting down. I'm jotting down like ideas. I guess I'm jotting down premises, but not because I feel like they're gonna live anywhere. I just like write them down and it's like, remember you thought about that, so that one day when someone asks you thoughts, you have a thought banked. You know, just remember this went through your brain, but it's not the same as when I was doing it to get up. And I was like, there's a place for this tonight or tomorrow. I'm just kind of like, it's not the same like that.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to, if you got any premises, anything like unformed or anything that's like kind of stuck out as funny to you, just imagine a future where stand-up comes back, and we're gonna try to run these bits by each other. And if anything comes out of it, great. And if it turns out that it's all trash, then it's trash. And but that's kind of the idea of the show. I just want it to feel like we're doing this for us. There's,
for sure.
And I think that's about it. So let's go, Sam. Since you said you've been running premises or writing down premises, why don't you go first?
Was a setup.
I could go first if you want. If you want me to.
Setup. I don't care. I have this one idea where what I wrote was we could watch our favorite show naked, drinking crystal clear Pepsi in our own bed, however late we want. So what I was thinking about at the time was just like how our parents, like, they had so many restrictions to shit. Like, they couldn't get retro shit. Like, when we was a kid and they wanted to drink some old, like, Zap soda, there was no eBay for them to just be like, I'm going to grab me some Zap soda and go back. Or there was not all these channels where they could, like, watch their old shows. You know what I'm saying? They had to hope a show went into syndication one day. They was just like, please, God. Or they'd be like, I really hope Oreo brings back those cookies with the strawberries. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of had to wait around. And now it's just like everything is so fucking on demand. You can demand up your past. There's motherfuckers you go in their house and they're not even living in today. They just ordered all like retro 90s shit and just watch only retro 90s TV and like truly don't progress past a space where it's like there was a time when it's like time dictated that you had to move on.
Yeah. I think,
and I don't know if that's even a joke. See, Jack just went deep.
No, you know what it made me think? It made me think like, oh, you don't actually have to, like, we've been watching so much TV and like we've been getting all of our things delivered and watching so much TV. I guess it's like you don't have to be in the woods to be naked and afraid. You know, you can just just be in your house.
Right.
I was gonna pitch. It like listening to it, it sounds like, not to make it this, but like it sounds like capitalism made it a world where now you just don't have to participate with what's actually going on ever. And so it's like that in itself is its trick.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it'd be like really funny if you know, this nigga's over here in the 90s, this nigga's over here in the 80s, this nigga over here think he in space. And then out of nowhere, for some reason, now Bill Gates is in charge of the country.
Yeah, but that's kind of what happened. It's like everybody doesn't have to be like present. There's so many ways to fucking check out and just create your own realities that like no one has to check in until it's Corona. And then everybody's like, oh, shit be happening.
But the funniest shit about it is some niggas can't afford their full reality they want. So sometimes you go to a nigga's house and it's the 90s, but half of that shit 2020. And he got to deal with that. So you gotta go like you got he got the 80s over here, and then he got rocket power right here, and then
And he still has to go to like his regular like job that reminds him of whatever. That's why they be like going crazy and shit. Like them little quiet niggas that got like all that crazy shit in their crib. It's like they go crazy at work because like the job is reminding them like their shit isn't real. It's a constant test to their like reality they're trying to build.
It's like Elon Musk's baby's name.
Oh, Spencer says, Sam, your mic is a little hot. It's like crackling. It's crackling. Yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, great.
What do you say, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, what'd you say?
Shit, I forgot I'm tipsy, y'all. It'll come back. It'll come back.
So Sam, the only thing that I think I just am like a little, I think the premise needs to be clearer. Cause like
you're not gonna critique my quarantine joke.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You're not going to clean the premise of my.
I'm not. This isn't a critique. This isn't a critique at all, dude. I'm literally everything that I've come up with is not even a joke yet. I'm just saying what you've got is like fun. You've got a bunch of funny thoughts, and they're all different jokes. You know?
Yeah.
So like, I think you have like 6 or 7 jokes in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like Jack came up with one with he focused on one funny part of it. I was focusing on the other funny part of it. You know what I mean? Chris probably focused on one part of it and forgot.
What is your angle? Like, how do you do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
Me?
Sam.
Or Sam?
Oh, I think when I was writing it, I just think I was truly just thinking like that it's ridiculous how comfortable we can be now.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word, it's like you can just create a completely unchallenged world now. And I don't know if the world was ever like this, you know? It's like, even if the main strife our parents went through if they were wealthy was just like their favorite show was gone, they still had to deal with their favorite show being gone. It's like we don't even have to deal with that. It's like we can just keep I don't know how to explain. I really don't know what it is. To be honest, it's just like that's where my brain was going of just like, wow, like we're just living in such a tailored a la carte reality. It's so weird.
See, I like that because it's so unique. It's like it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like things aren't that bad.
I mean, because it's not in existence, and like it just isn't the same as it was. It's so you don't even have to like lose the same.
Yeah.
You don't even have to like take L's with the same gravitas that you used to have to take an L, because you can just keep creating these bottoms. So there is no bottom, you know? That's kind of how people fail now. It's like, oh, I'm a liar and I lied about a fucking person dying in 9/11 and got all the way to JFL. I don't have to take that L. I'll just create a personality below that that's lying ass nigga personality. And then I'll just keep just like, so it's like you don't ever have to fall in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know why that nigga popped in my head, but it just fits what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, man. Don't be up here talking about Mark Norman like that.
It's like you know, you just don't ever have to like deal. It feels like if you don't want to deal. That's why these motherfuckers are going crazy, because Corona isn't living by our rules. So Corona's like, nah, nigga, time to deal. And Americans are like, no, Corona, we will not. We will continue to not deal and do what the fuck we do. And that's really the fight. It's not like patriotism or anything. It's just people not wanting to accept the reality of this thing. And since they haven't had to accept the reality of any fucking thing, they're like, nigga, why this?
Yeah.
Yeah. They brought guns. They brought guns to shoot a virus, fam.
But niggas brought guns and shot a hurricane. So can you be surprised? Niggas just shot a hurricane 3 years ago.
Bro, I swear to God.
Katrina.
They were just shooting that water, bro, and they still drown. I mean, that's the thing.
This is just progression.
You know what? Actually, too, Sam, is that they were let in after they took their temperature. They were let in with those guns after they took their temperature, right? Yeah.
Like,
Which is the bitchest way to enter anything. That's the bitchest way to enter anywhere with a gun. Nigga, you're like, I got an AR-15 now. Check me.
Yeah. It's like tongue up. You just gotta stick your tongue out.
I would actually prefer it to be anal. I would actually prefer my temperature
Right.
to be anal cavities.
Sam, okay.
You see them shits in Japan where they take the kid's temperature before the kid goes into the school. So they got these little robots that the kid will put their head in, check their temperature before they can walk into school. What if a kid just went up there and went ass first? Oh, this nigga does something different.
Whoa!
That's how you find out you're
does
not supposed to get your temperature taken that way.
Jeffrey, pull your pants up, Jeffrey.
Yo, just your forehead. That's all we need. What?
Dude, that's the funniest.
It also makes me think of this shit, though. It makes me think of, like, how you get to see how people ignore life, right? How people ignore, like, the things that are really going on. You get to fucking read it based on how they interact with the internet, which is the interesting point of your bit that I was, like, fucking with a lot.
And as Americans, like, that's our whole existence. So it's like, okay, this shit happened everywhere, but everywhere else is like dealt with shit. They've dealt with some level of something. They've been afraid of H1N1. They fucking Africa had Ebola. SARS, like, so they're like, okay, a thing's coming. Act accordingly. Don't touch each other. Get your ass in the house. Clean. But Americans, because we don't deal with anything, we're just like, what? So you're telling me I can't get my hair dyed? It's like, nigga, yeah.
Yeah, dog, you cannot.
Burning.
I did get my hair done. I just want to be clear. I should probably out myself.
Who did it? Who did it? You had someone come in or you went out? And when? Out. What was the date? Let's find out how much of an asshole.
Ooh, what was the date?
When did you go?
It was like a week ago.
May 7th.
It was about a week ago. I'll be honest with you.
Every time I see a nigga with a haircut and they not dead, I'm so mad I don't have a haircut. I'm like, I'm stupid. I'm starting to feel like one of those motherfuckers that be listening to the teacher and no one else listens to the teacher and they still graduate. Like, if none of these niggas die and none of these niggas get sick and everyone still graduates on time and I stayed the fuck in the house and didn't get a haircut and didn't do shit, I'ma be.
Yeah,
niggas in Harlem talking shit about niggas with masks on, bro. They be like, this bitch ass nigga with a mask on.
Bro,
it's at the same spot, but they're like one less nigga though. So I'm like, one of these niggas didn't make it.
Oh my god,
I would be upset, dog. Every time
I'm just glad because my hairdresser had seen she'd seen a conspiracy theory documentary, and she was all about getting out of the house. And she's like, you're the first person who I wrote to her, and I was like, please don't hate me for asking you this, but could I come to your place or would you come to mine? I just want you to just dye my hair, please. And she was like, I don't hate you. I just watched Plandemic. I'll meet you there. And I was like, okay.
We got to stop putting those words together. This is where everyone's going wrong. People keep saying, I've heard this term, conspiracy theory documentary. Document is factual. Conspiracy is an idea. You can't put those together. That's like saying, I'm going to jump high sea.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, you can't, those are two different words. You can't do that.
You just watched a conspiracy theory on screen. That's all you. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
It's not. There's no such thing as a factual idea.
Yeah.
It's an idea, nigga. We need to make it a fact first. Then it's a document.
Yeah.
You just see the whole step.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
Nah, I'm just agreeing.
Can I do a joke? I want to do a joke.
Yeah,
can I do a joke? Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. Hold on. I gotta make sure I got it right. I think we need to really assess class to abuse. Like, I don't know what it is, but like when white kids tell me how they dad abused them, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll be sitting at the dinner table. I'll be like, dinner table? and then my dad would get mad, and then he would take his full plate of food and he would throw it against the wall, and I'd be like, full plate of food. I don't know. That's all I got so far. But it's just something really funny about
You're like, wait, so he could waste food.
He went to the garage and roomed his motorcycle.
So
I don't know,
he
man.
never made contact. He's just wasting food.
I think it's really too lit, like what angle you take on that. Because I think like the typical angle on that, right, is just like your life was so good, like so abuse was just different. And I think it's like, bro, but also abuse can be worse. Because you watch like the Menendez brothers, and it's like, oh, because that nigga had money, his dad was a true. Because like a poor nigga can only molest so hard. It's only so many mind games a poor nigga could play. There's only so much shit to take away and toy with. But when you're rich, bro, you could be really fucking with somebody, bro.
No, but I'm saying that's fucking hilarious. But my pitch was that like I'm mad that these abusive fathers are like they're hack now. Like you aren't abusing your child in a new way to make a new person. We know what to throw the plate against the wall, go to the garage, drive off. We know what that creates. We know the type of people we get, and so we keep getting the same people over. Like
abuse You're not making new niggas.
You're not making new
niggas.
All people are made off of abuse. That's all what people are made of. It's abuse and love. Those are two things that makes a human being. And so I'm just saying, like, we need how I'm gonna abuse my kids. I'm gonna do weird shit, nigga. Like when they take baths, I'm gonna just start throwing shit at these niggas in the bathtub.
But that's hard because in order to do that, you have to be like a truly just a bad guy. But most abusers are stemming from another abuser, so they just remixing what they got. You trying to innovate. That's a whole other thing. You gotta just.
If I'm gonna remix my abuse, I'm a T-Pain that shit. I'm gonna be the greatest remix abuser of all time.
Hey dog, if you're gonna get abused, might as well have auto-tune on that bitch. You know,
right? I got you. Why is your ass so thick, little boy?
Oh, that wasn't auto-tuned at all.
I thought they would put it in for me.
Because even when you hear an abuse story and it's like, whoa, like it shocks you. It doesn't shock you because the abuse is different. It's just like they did so many at once. Like R. Kelly is shocked because like all the abuse. You know, it's just like it's all the ones
that
together.
long. You did it that long.
That's gonna blow your mind, but it don't be because it's like an abuse practice you never heard of, or you like couldn't think to abuse someone that way. But then that also begs the question: has everything been done? Because if you go back through history and torture, bad shit been done.
As a dude who's dated. I've dated enough women to hear abuse from enough women. Sometimes you start dating a girl, you're like, bitch, I heard this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But that's the bitch. That's the bitch. Like
your abuse is
that's the type of abuser she attracted. She basic. She attracted a basic abuser.
Oh, my daddy was listening, bitch. I've heard daddy slap a bitch in a car. You think I'm worried about that abuse?
Jack, you just made me remember, like, so my dad would run around the house. He would grab a belt or whatever, and he would run around the house and he'd just beat the shit out of us if we were like bad, right? But that doesn't. When I remember the fucked up shit my dad did, I don't remember that. What I remember is this time when like he was cooking with baking chocolate, and I wanted some, and I was a fat kid, so he was like, "You can't have that," and I was like, "I want it," and he goes, if you have one bite of this, you got to eat this whole block. And I took a bite of it. He made me eat a whole fucking block of baker's chocolate. And I puked that shit up 4 hours. And
because it was a lesson. Because it was a lesson. And lesson.
Yeah. That was like
you can forget getting molested because you don't learn nothing when you get molested. But when that nigga makes you smoke a whole pack of cigarettes,
that's not true. You learn how to keep a secret. That's not true. You learn how to keep a secret.
No, after the molestation.
Bro, like a Secret Life of Bees, when he made the bitch kneel on the grits, I was like, that's new shit.
That's new shit.
Kneel on the grits.
I've seen that before in my life, dog.
That's
not
shit.
What they do with grits.
That's new shit.
It's fucked up.
But that begs the question, Rosebud, right? Because I was thinking about this. Like, is abuse also relative? Because if you was around a lot of black kids that just got beat like that, you wouldn't even think you was getting beat. You would think it was just a motherfucking Tuesday. But if you bring that same story to some white kids, they're like, oh my God. And then that puts in your head that some wild shit's happening to you.
But on the flip of that,
I don't know.
I
think I'm from a Southern family, so it wasn't. It never really felt to me like something that was like, that's just like how my dad was raised. It's how my mom was raised.
Saying. Like, I'm not saying you meaning you. I'm just saying like there's kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're not living in that
like
world, then you
and
assess it like it's some greater shit. Whereas if that's the norm for everybody, you're just like, whatever that happens. When you
I'm saying the flip of that shit happens too. Because sometimes I talk to my like grow up around white people or Asian people, and the verbal abuse that an Asian parent can do, I've never dealt with.
Yeah.
The power,
I've never had like I remember my Asian friends would say they be like playing a video game or playing piano or doing something, and they dad would just come and flick their finger and just sit next to them and just be like, "So you just don't love me?" I was like, "Yo, I ain't never dealt with."
I don't want that.
That's long game shit though.
Crazy.
That's
long game. That's long game emotional. That's long game emotional shit though. Like you got to set that seed early to make everything feel important. You know, what I mean? I learned that.
You played that,
yeah.
I learned how different it was when I shared that shit with my white friends for the first time. That like, oh, y'all don't get y'all ass whooped like recreationally, like with belts and shit. I went to school like, yeah, my mom whooped me. I should have shut the fuck up though. And they were like, that's wrong. They would try to tell me how wrong it was. But I wasn't a bitch ass kid. I didn't say shit to my mama. I was like, yo, you gonna get me kicked. You gonna get my ass kicked, nigga. I'm good.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm super straight. That's just great.
Can I run a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Run it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I was thinking, I don't understand guys who don't understand when women don't speak up about abuse. You know, they're like, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something? I don't like those guys because it's like, it's not that hard to understand. Like, have you ever had, I always want to say to them, have you ever had a girlfriend give you a haircut? Like, because when you're getting a haircut from your girlfriend, you know, if you speak up, you're going to have a problem. Like, you should just take a bad haircut. You know?
You can say that really with anybody, though. Honestly, just real quick off the top. It's just like, because as a person that's sat in barber chair, anytime the barber's fucking up, you kind of shut up. Because you're like, if I keep going, he's going to go crazier. And also, it's happening. And I need to just be quiet until this is done. And hope it's not as bad as I think it's looking like it is. And then I'll just leave and never come back to this nigga. Maybe.
Right. Maybe.
But also reassess the damage and see if you can like get it done better.
Fix it yourself at your crib. You be like,
right.
Yeah. But fixing it yourself at your crib is called self-growth and reflection.
Oh, but you can't give yourself therapy though. So we all know
right. No, you can't.
See that? I feel like there's a comparison there, and I don't know how to fucking formulate the joke. I think that the premise is probably a little unclear. Like, I guess the premise is it's not that hard to understand why a woman wouldn't speak up during sexual abuse. It's not that hard. Because if you've ever had a bad haircut, there's a point where you just decide.
Sorry. I guess where I'm confused is it continuous like a boyfriend, or is it like a one-time, like I guess really figuring out where?
I'm assuming it's like a one-time thing. Let's say it's like a one-time, just to be like, just so it doesn't get convoluted. Let's say it's like a one-time thing, right? Somebody speaks up 20 years later. What's that?
It could be either.
No, I'm trying for the joke.
Yeah. I'm just saying, even for the joke, it could be either if you're drawing those parallels between a haircut and a thing. Because I feel like this man niggas that got fucked up haircuts go back to that nigga, and then he don't fuck it up 3 times, and it's really, really how they like it. And it's like, I've had barbers that's like, you really cut my hair how I like it. And then one day he jacked me up bad, and I'm like, am I never gonna see this nigga again? I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe it was just a bad day for my nigga. Let me go. And then he had good for 3 times. And then he fucked me up again. And I'm like, nah, nigga, I can't come back.
Yeah, and
But when he
sometimes-
when he
And
when he
then
puts
sometimes
that
you go
Sam,
home.
Sam,
Sometimes you go home and you look yourself in the mirror and you go, "Yeah, okay, that hurt me more than I understood at the time." You know what I mean?
And also,
Yeah.
and also sometimes you look in the mirror and go, "It ain't that bad."
Right.
And you like,
But there's
oh
al-
well.
but there's also
Actually,
the
I
one-off.
like it more slanted.
and then-
I never even knew. Like,
and then
There's also
when
the
he
one-off
puts that
signs, though.
alcohol in your lineup, that's when he goes, believe women.
Ah, no.
It's like, nigga, fuck you.
right.
Oh, man, I got a trick. My first time in LA. My first time in LA, I got a haircut from this barber. Looked like a motherfucking real barber. He presented everything right. Had the chair, had the shop. All of this shit looked great, nigga. I saw as soon as I looked myself in the mirror, I was like, bro, it's gonna take months. This did damage for me forever, dog.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there's
that's
a
the
moment
other thing.
in which I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to hurt the man's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I was like, this ain't what I asked for, but I'm gonna pay you because I believe in what you doing, which is like
That is
such a
okay.
tie to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
like,
but then I never got a haircut again in California for like 4 years. Nigga, after
Yeah,
that.
you're like, I
it
don't
was
know if I can trust anyone ever again.
as,
you know,
as a woman, I'm saying that
As a-
there's always comparing it to a haircut is like you can always grow your hair back. Is what is
Yeah.
always kind of put on women of like chop it to the game. You can always grow your hair back. You can always like that type of bullshit. And I wonder if there's
Yeah.
I
anything.
feel like if you really want to get into it, as a woman, you have a number of sexual assaults you expect in life.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, there's like, and there's a range of that assault where like, I mean, let's be honest, like definitely there's been dudes who show me their dick uninvited.
I'm
But
so
if
sorry.
someone's like, if someone's
I
ever like,
apologize for all
yo, were you ever a victim of sexual assault? My opinion, no. But I definitely got some dicks whipped out on me. And I didn't want them, and there was no understanding that should happen. Now, to another woman, that's an assault. To me, that's part of the game. Dicks come out. You gotta tell niggas put them away and keep it goddamn moving.
You guys, I just realized we're at 53 minutes. So, Chris, if you have a bit you want to run,
yeah, let me squeeze
sorry,
in my
just,
bit
like,
real
cut up.
fast.
Yeah.
Squeeze my little bit in.
Yeah.
No, it's a big
I
bit,
don't know.
Chris. Put your big bit on the motherfucking screen.
I'm gonna put my big bit on the table, baby. Put my big bit on the table. No, you know, I feel like I've been sitting in my life, and I don't think the country was really built for us to sit in our lives like this for this long. And my parents are in Mississippi. Y'all talking about slaves earlier, and I come definitely from a slave family because there's too many people on Facebook that are white that hit me up with my same last name, so I know for sure. But they were like, yo, come spend the time with me down here in Mississippi. Come spend the time with us. And I said, nah. And I thought it was because of any other reason other than the fact that they Wi-Fi terrible. And that's and that's a fucked up place to be at. That took a pandemic to let me know that I would rather be in tune with what's going on in the world than have a spotty FaceTime conversation with people I don't want to hang out with and be around my people. And I'm like, how do they even do it? Like the Great Depression, these niggas just had to wake up and just be, nigga. Like they just had to be in the moment. Like they couldn't like look at the Great Depression and get updates on the Great Depression and then be Great Depressed, nigga. They just had to like be surprised. And I'm like, bro, I couldn't do that shit, bro.
I've been thinking I've been thinking a lot about this because it's just like we get shortcuts during our recession or our problem. And bro, it's like, nah, bro, we gotta eat. Like people hit me up all the time of like, hey, it's my friend's birthday. They're a big fan. Can you please like send them a video? And I say no every time. And sometimes I'll videotape me being like, hey, fuck you and fuck your motherfucking birthday, you broke nigga. And they like it because it's like the gimmick of Jack. But it's also like, fuck you and fuck your motherfucking birthday, you broke ass nigga. Because it's just like you aren't gonna cheap shot this. You shouldn't have access to it.
Bro, I think we were all.
No, go ahead, Chris.
No, I'm so mad that people acting like these quarantine birthdays are fun, nigga. I'm like, dog, it's sad. Nigga, it's fucking sad, bro.
Be sad.
I got fully dressed up to Zoom with niggas who don't know how to use computers, bro. 70 niggas. And I'm like, bro, this is sad, nigga. The fact we
Well,
acting
I
like
think
it's not, it's crazy.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
cheating, I think it's like kind of the shit I was talking about with the sitcoms, and you don't have to wait. It's like all in that same vein of like niggas just conveniently keep tapping out
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
reality, and there was a time where you just couldn't do that. It's like you had to be dealing with what the fuck was in front of you, and there was
But
no
the
other option than dealing
but the
with what the
answer
fuck was in front of you.
the answer to all of this is an
Right.
elongated persecution. The only thing we're doing is putting more time on the clock over and over
Yep.
and over again. That's all it's
Yep.
like at the end of all we're doing is at the end of a basketball game, we keep fouling Corona and putting that nigga on the line.
Yeah,
Dog.
it's like if you
That's
believe,
great.
if you believe
That's
in,
great.
if you
You should
believe
write
in
that down.
God,
Fucking fire, bro.
if you believe in
That's great.
God at any level, he's like kept trying to show us our reckoning, right?
Yep.
It's like if you believe the Bible is real for real, and you're like you believe in fire
Yeah.
and brimstone, and you believe that all that other shit in the Bible was like a lead up to fire and brimstone, then it's like my nigga, he's been like flooding us with the ark. He been keep like, hey,
Bro.
niggas,
Dude, yeah, I
chill.
thought
The
I'm
nigga sent
saying
murder
that
hornets,
chill.
bro. He sent
we've
murder
been
hornets, nigga.
we've been
Like,
fighting so much as a country, just like fucking fighting and divided.
as a
And
world.
it's like God watching this whole thing and being like, you know, maybe I could unite them against like a common enemy, like a disease or something. And then we took that and we politicized that shit. And now people are fucking working out outside of a fucking state house or wherever the fuck they are in Florida. And he's got to be.
We've been living too long. We've been living too long. We've been defying like natural life patterns. We've been
Yeah.
doing all the most. We've been overkilling animals.
We
We've been
beat
That sounds
humanity.
so much-
We beat
Yeah.
humanity to the
Ooh.
point
Right.
that
We've been doing all the shit.
I did shrooms the other day, and then I got to a point in the shrooms where like you go down the tunnel of like I'm gonna figure out this part of my childhood. I'm gonna figure out this thing with my partner, and then I just stopped and I was like, nigga, this is just drugs that show me colors. And I was just like, that's what this is. I don't know what I knew all these answers. All shroom does is just tell you answers you don't want to fucking accept. And then in the middle of it, I was like, nigga, I know the answers. I'm gonna look at the colors. I'm gonna go watch fucking Solar Opposites, and I'm gonna go to bed. There's nothing. I'm not finding
Thank
nothing.
you.
I know all the shit.
Thank you for being the only
It's
person
not
that's
in your
done
brain.
mushrooms
It's not
and
gonna
not come out of
pull
it.
out anything that's not in your brain.
Right. Everything's already there.
It's also
Stop being
a God
fucking
move.
loser and go look.
It's a very God move to be invisible and also give you something invisible to fear. Like that's a very God move. Like, yeah, nigga, you also can't see this, but you gotta believe in it, nigga. Like that's super fire, bro.
Yeah.
But it's also
That's
a very human move to just be like, or I should say, a very American move to be like, well, if I can't see it and I don't have it yet, then nigga, I'm going to the mall.
I'm going to the beach. I'm going to
What
the
is you
beach.
talking about?
Well, because the issue is we built this whole fucking country on like exploration. Then we explored everything, but we still have exploration like intensity about doing shit. Nigga, I want to go out west and find gold. That's great. We found gold. We got LA. We got Washington. We got Portland. Smart. Now we found everything. What do you do with that energy? Government should stop. No, nigga, go to fucking Red Robin, eat the bottomless fries, and sit down.
Nah, they gotta keep going, bro.
For real. But they also takers though. They steal. Like so, there's also that energy that's a part of this fucking culture too. That like once you gotten to the point where you're like, oh yeah, you're top tier. There's nothing more to take, nigga. Now you just gotta like revel in your shit.
Well,
America don't know how to revel.
That's when the Republican man comes out. Everything's fucking stolen. Shut up. Everyone took it.
I mean, yeah. I'm not saying
no.
We steal shit.
I mean, we did.
People steal. Everyone steals. Everyone's borrowing from everyone's culture. We were just Americans, and not we, because I'm not white, but white people were just atrocious. But everyone, everyone was taking shit. Yeah. Everyone was taking shit.
Hey, listen,
and this is what the problem.
I get that, but the energy's still there though, and it's problematic with niggas who don't know how to deal with that power.
I mean, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
No, I think that's actually fucking hysterical. That fucking line about God inventing something invisible that you also have to believe in, and then using that, and then Sam adding that fucking tag about Americans.
Yeah,
like
so great.
It's so American to be like, well, if I can't see it, I'm going to the mall.
I'm about to be out here in these malls. I'm about to be on this beach.
It's so good.
We only believe in visible authorities. We gotta lay eye on the authority. We don't fuck with invisible authority, bro.
Who said something about?
You better be fine. You better be sexy. You better look attractive.
Someone take a screen cap of this because Jack is frozen. He looks stoned out his fucking mind.
That's fucking great.
I just did.
You did?
Yeah. It looks great. Amazing. This is amazing. I think Jack, oh, he dropped out. I think Jack said something about how like people used to have to just sit there. They just had to like be all the time. Was that Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think about that and I'm like, when I think about our like ancestors or like people in the Great Depression and all that whole time, I'm just like, they were basically just like, they had the mentality of my dog. Like they were just like, they were just looking around at stuff. And like, and I think Jack's right. Like we like beat humanity. We like don't have anything else to do. I was laying on the fucking floor today, looking at the ceiling being like, use your mind. And I just like, nothing was coming. I mean, nothing was coming. And I was like, there's nothing to do anymore. There's nothing.
We're in that space of creating the next level of consciousness, creating the next evolution to our society. And it's really upon the people who are here right now to make that shit happen. And you're seeing the process. It's like maybe, the whole world's an open mic, bro. And it's crazy.
How do we know that death isn't the next level? Like maybe this is all supposed to happen. Maybe we're not supposed to fight this. Maybe we're actually supposed to evolve past our human bodies. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like a little bit we've been wilding too. That's what I mean. Like we've been doing mad shit to live mad longer than we supposed to live, bro. Like I don't think people truly consider that. Like it's like and some people like to argue, well, if the technology happened, then it should be. But it's like, man, we ain't supposed to be putting in like robot hearts. When your heart done, baby. We ain't supposed to be. We ain't supposed to be doing pig heart transplant. Get half a pig in here. When your heart done, baby. Because we're also a part of like species, and we need to die to make room for shit, and we need to die to make room for resources and like all this shit. And now we're like wild with the shits, bro. We refuse to die, and we want everything all day, every day. Yeah, that's a huge burden on the world.
And it's also
like,
egotistical
that's
of
a
us.
lot.
It's also egotistical of us to think that the world's gonna sit around and let us just be, nigga. Like that nigga can't change any day of the week. Like the earth can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna make this like, unlivable.
That's crazy.
How about that? How about
like,
it makes me wonder though, like, it makes me wonder like how somebody like Jeff Bezos, right? Who like is just raking in just so much shit. Like, how does he not just go? How does he not just put a gun in his mouth? Like, I'm like, how do you not just say, I did
because
it?
He doesn't have a person for that. He can't pay somebody for that.
He has no idea how.
I mean, it's like we think about that. I think because like we get nothing and we be like, I should die right here. You know what I'm saying? Right. We don't get much of shit. I got a special, and I was like, maybe I need to die now before anything goes left.
I don't want to see
my ambition wasn't Jeff Bezos' ambition. I didn't have white man full dick ambition. That's not their mountaintop, baby. His mountaintop is some whole other shit. Elon Musk, like, I'm not gonna get into it. Elon Musk, his mountaintop is a whole other shit. So it's like he ain't that gun in the mouth because he ain't even done what he thinks.
Chris,
when he has a clone.
Sorry, Chris has to get closer to his mic.
Oh, Chris, lean in.
Oh. Yeah,
bro.
Elon,
go ahead.
When he has a clone, when Bezos has a clone of himself, and he has like a vault of clones, like then maybe that's his gun in the mouth moment. Like we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Because his whole
Yeah.
Bezos wants to live forever.
like, what
Bezos is a
like,
Westworld nigga.
how is this
Yeah.
your goals? How is this your goals? These were his goals. This is not accidental.
Yeah.
This was this man's goal.
No, he's
That
not
man
going
wants
to
to
be
live
happy
forever.
until his kid is playing with another kid's bones as blocks.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
Be happy.
Like
He
a
still
younger
be-
kid.
He's one
Yeah.
of those guys that wants to live forever, but hasn't really thought out what living forever would entail. It
He
means
wants
being
to-
around and just in it forever.
He wants
Like,
to
bro.
walk through like a warehouse of like embryos that say everything that's wrong with them, and he wants to like throw them away.
Yes.
Like, save this one, throw this one out. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to be God. He wants to be God, dog.
He
Yeah.
wants-
Yes.
We don't need this energy. We don't need that
Yeah,
energy.
he wants something else. He got different
Yeah.
Dog.
plans.
That's
Elon Musk
true.
is like Elon Musk is the rich kid, the rich party kid who built a business, who was smart enough to build his own business. Cause this nigga don't listen to nobody on any topic. This nigga just opened up his warehouses today. Like, he asked nobody. This nigga's just like, yo, it's open. So what we doing? What we building
Yeah.
next? Where we going? That
Yeah.
shit is. I don't even know what that power is like. I'm just trying.
He can
But
just
it's
make
also
his
like,
own law.
can you blame? But I think that like you can't. I think that would be a point pre-Trump. But if I was as rich as Elon and had as much access to information, I'm pretty sure I would know more than the president right now. I would be more informed. I would have more
Yeah.
solid leads, and I would probably be making my own decisions. Like, this nigga
Yeah.
don't know what he's talking about. This is how I'm gonna move forward. Like, he is truly the most untrustworthy president we've ever had, and we've had some pretty
Ever.
lying ass presidents. But like, you can't even believe that he knows what's going on right now. So if I was richer than him, I
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
would not be
man.
listening to this nigga. I'd be like, yeah, whatever,
No.
dog.
Yeah.
Whatever, dog. We gonna do this.
I'd be like, I'm
All
gonna
rich
go
people-
buy my own country. That's
Yeah, like
what I'm gonna do.
He doesn't give you any like, I got this. I'll wait till you figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why this shit is in disarray, because everyone's like, we got to figure it out on our own, because he's not the dude that's gonna get us through this.
Because
Yeah.
Trump got janky promoter energy. He got janky promoter energy where he's like always been a guy in the party, but nobody really trusts him for real. And then he just like came up on some shit real quick, which was a presidency.
You guys, I'm gonna first I want to give a shout out to our biggest haters in the comments. These one person just said gay.
Oh, we
Um
got haters.
yeah, but
Just
they come
haters?
back every week. So these are people that watch every week, but I love to just,
Okay.
somebody said, is this a BLM rally?
There's black people there.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's that?
Shit. Who said
Oh,
that,
wait,
though?
he's the Martin Luther King gonna make America great again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dog,
Yeah,
He's a wild boy.
Y'all better know I'm a troll, nigga. So none of this is gonna go deeper than this.
Oh, Jeff,
got time.
This is not
I
the
got
time to
nothing but
come
time.
back. This is not
What
the time
happened?
to
Oh,
come
man.
back.
What happened?
We getting
You being-
petty niggas talking shit.
Rosebud's reading our white supremacist trolls.
Somebody
And
said,
I'm
somebody
screenshotting.
said they're having a very thoughtful conversation, but I'm not sure if they should call it just for laughs. Evan
Okay.
Evans.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
I don't take offense to that.
the same
At all.
BLM guy said, if this is comedy, I hope Corona takes it out. It already has.
Chris, can you hear
Okay.
them?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that nigga had a Martin Luther King hat with Martin Luther King with the
Yeah,
Trump
that's
hat.
what I said. Martin
Yeah.
Luther King
That's
Trump
hard.
hat.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's committed. He's committed to
I
this
respect
shit.
that. I respect
But
that.
then a bunch of,
Hey,
and then somebody
bro.
said, fuck these Trumpers. Y'all are making me laugh. Y'all are funny as shit.
Okay. I got one from the Trumpers.
Yeah.
The other day I was eating my girl's ass and she farted and then I caught it and it spit it back at her butt and then she burped.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Now
fucking
go.
Baby.
stupid.
Now go.
I love
Please
it.
do that.
I love it. And then Derek Dilleron said, God bless you folks. He said he liked it.
Aw,
Derek,
Thanks,
thanks,
man.
man.
That's very
Yeah.
nice.
you guys, I just want to say, each one of you is one of the funniest people I fucking know. I'm so glad you were willing to do this because I know it's bullshit to have to do fucking comedy on Zoom, but I figured, I was like, if there's anybody that can make this work, it's the three of you together. And I know that I sound like, I know that sounds cheese dick, but I needed to say it. I love all of you. And guys, if you're watching, you can donate to the comics at tickly.co/justforlaughs. I hate saying that. I hate saying tickly. It's
So
$5
funny.
suggested donation. And you can also donate to the Canadian Comics for the Emergency Relief Fund for Canadian Comedians, created by CASC to help raise money on GoFundMe for comics who have lost work and income during the coronavirus pandemic. So
Thank you, Rose.
You guys
Yeah,
are
for
great.
real,
Thank you so
Rose.
much.
You fucking,
Thank you,
we
dog.
appreciate you. You're very
Yeah,
fucking hilarious. We would
love
not
you
have
guys.
done this if it wasn't you.
For real, dude. For real.
That's
We
a
all
big
literally
fact.
talked about it. We were all like, nigga, if this wasn't you.
If it wasn't Rose,
Yeah.
then I would have not have. I don't need no a dorky Canadian comedian being like, yeah, well, our grocery stores are different.
Right.
I know.
For
I know. I was
sure.
like, I know these guys are doing this as a favor to me. I fucking really appreciate it. You guys are so fucking funny. So thank you for doing it.
Great.
And thank you everybody for watching. And that's and you can catch us next Monday, same time, same place, New Bits for the Afterworld. And also JFL is doing shows on Wednesday and Friday. Sklar Team Comedy Hour and Characters Welcome. Thanks again, you guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.